Hey guys, how we doing today?
Morning, everybody.
Joe here.
Kevin.
So we're starting a new show,
Yeah.
the Goldbergs.
We're moving on from Raising Hope, not because we don't like it. We'll probably watch it on our own,
Yep.
but only because 15 episodes in and nobody's really watching it that much on
Yeah.
either YouTube or on Patreon, which is totally fine.
Sure.
We go into these shows with not a lot of expectations of how people are going to respond to them.
Yeah.
We certainly don't do any research. Including content because we don't want to spoil anything for ourselves, right? We love going in blind. It's a good show. It was a well received show, which is kind of what we always look for. We look for quality, and it is. But obviously, for the time to do this stuff, it only really works if people care that we do
Sure.
it. You know,
So it doesn't have the audience yet.
right?
The
Absolutely.
episodes are there, so if you guys want to check them out,
Yeah,
check 'em out.
we're intentionally going to leave them there because we in the past, and it happened with Succession. Remember,
Yep.
is we put the show up, no one was watching it, so
Yeah.
we kind of stopped putting it up on YouTube, and then all of a sudden everybody started watching.
We
And then
picked it up
went back. So
months later.
yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We kept doing it on Patreon because
Patreon,
it's
yeah.
a good show. But yeah, so we're just going to stop watching Raising Hope, and if people decide, no, wait, we really want you to do that, we can always go back to it.
Yeah.
Same thing with anything else that we started but didn't completely finish.
Sure.
As far as the Goldbergs goes, I've heard nothing but good things about this.
Yeah.
Um,
Remember when it was on TV? I never saw it, but I remember people talking about it.
yeah, network television is something I just don't watch outside of sports.
Me too.
So, like anything that's on network TV, I'm largely unaware of all the time.
Well, 10 years ago it was different. I mean,
Well, sure, right.
But today,
Yeah, exactly. Right. I'm like everyone else. I have streaming services and I have cable,
yeah, it's taking over.
and flipping over to the four networks, I just don't ever do.
Yeah.
So I don't outside of like YouTube or sorry, Hulu.
Mhm.
I don't even really see commercials for shows that I'm not watching.
Yeah. I mean, sports games.
Right. The one thing I know about this is it is based on the actual life of Adam Goldberg. Now, here's the thing. I thought that meant, and I knew that a long time ago, right? I've known that for years. It was based on the life of Adam Goldberg. He's a producer on the show, right?
Okay.
Well, Adam Goldberg is an actor
Yeah.
who's on, Saving Private Ryan. He
Yeah.
was on
Oh, yeah.
Friends. He was on Fargo. And I assumed that was him. And it turns out I didn't find out until like I was like, we should do this show.
Yeah.
And I looked it up. Not the same Adam Goldberg. I've been wrong for probably half a decade that I thought Adam Goldberg, the actor, had made a TV show
I was
based on his
kind of,
life.
I was like, oh, it's interesting. I didn't know he would
Yeah.
do sitcoms. That's
I was
like
like-
his wheelhouse. He's
Right,
a
I was
dramatic
like, all
actor
right,
kind
so
of.
yeah, exactly.
He's
Like,
funny.
so he's an independent film actor,
Yeah.
and he produced a sitcom based on his life that was a real hit on ABC. Really interesting choice. What an interesting guy. And I just like this week found out it's not the same guy.
That's hilarious,
Yeah.
actually. It's funny. I just watched Deja Vu.
Mhm.
He's in that with Denzel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I haven't seen that in
movie.
years.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was all right. It was on TV, so
Sure.
I was like, oh, pop it on.
right.
But okay, that's cool. I got a little excited there for a second. I was like, oh, Adam Goldberg, cool.
I know, right? Other than that, I don't know much about it. I know Jeff Garlin is in the
Yeah.
cast because it was in the news. I wasn't watching shows on the specifics. I know he was having a fight with producers on the show or the showrunners or
I
something.
remember seeing like billboards for it.
Right.
You know.
But I don't know what the context of that was with Jeff Garlin as far as what happened. I don't really care. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Kind
I
of
like Jeff
looking
on Curb Your Enthusiasm.
absolutely. But yeah, I just like the idea of going in blind on this and not having that, if he's a bad guy or not, I don't know. I like not having it tainted. It's kind of like right. It's like a Chevy Chase,
or
right?
Alec Baldwin.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
We love Alec Baldwin on 30 Rock.
Yeah, we know Alec Baldwin's reputation of dealing with people. We also love him on 30 Rock, and we can separate the two. And I'm going to do the same thing here with Jeff Garland.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't think it was like a like Kevin Spacey level stuff or anything crazy like that.
I hope not.
Seriously, no, because it's still on Hulu. I feel like it would be if it was there. We do want to go and get jumping into this show, guys. So I do want to go ahead and welcome Andrew Hansen, Sarah T, Olivia Ballard, MJ, Jeff, All Mankind, Simon Rogers, Parkness. Or Parkness. My handwriting was really bad on this one. Eve Andradis, Hey, It's Air, and Funquake Sunday. It's a great name. Welcome back. We're very glad you're here with us. Sorry, there's a lot of names. It was, Replace week, yeah.
Yeah, big weekend. We really appreciate you guys.
Yeah, thank you so much for being here.
If you guys are watching this on YouTube for the first time, welcome to our channel.
Hello.
If you'd mind the like button for us, please leave us a comment down below and hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on the new content we have coming your way.
Yeah, if you'd like to see a full reaction to this and everything else we've watched or are watching, please check out a link in the description below to our Patreon page. You'll find all sorts of content there. If you're seeing this on YouTube, and we're going to continue with this show, we're at least 4 episodes ahead of this and everything else that we're watching. So if you see this on YouTube and want to keep going, you can jump over there. You'll need to sync and watch along on your own device or streaming service. You're only going to see and hear us. That's just how it has to work for copyright purposes. We're also doing 30 Rock as a Patreon exclusive. So yeah, we're continuing with Mr. Baldwin's show because it's so good. Yeah, actually, it's Mrs. Faye's show, really.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, nice.
80s
montage. Yeah.
Montage.
Back to the Future 2.
You know, Air had a really good 80s kind of montage, you know?
Yeah.
First on our
Not the actor.
Yeah.
And I used it to record my entire childhood.
I'm home.
That's true. I hope you get that. Yeah.
Front door, my overbearing smother, Beverly Goldberg.
Smother.
A homemaker. A ball breaker. It began as a typical morning in the Goldberg house.
You don't know anything.
This is so cool.
Yeah,
I love the 80s.
He's in college, Erica. Wrong. Look, you need to be grateful because one day I won't be here to help dress you.
You keep saying that, but when?
He was turning 16, a day he'd been waiting for his whole life.
It's jingling. It's keys.
No way.
What the hell is this?
It's a locket.
A locket.
It's got my picture inside. You're just not ready to drive. You're too immature and, quite honestly, a little high-strung.
I am not high-strung.
You don't want to wear
the bear.
it? Fine. I'll throw it in the trash.
Go ahead.
Here I go.
Do it.
Go into the
Do
trash.
it.
You were going to let me throw this in the trash? Totally irresponsible. You're not driving.
Oh, God. Dad, please talk some sense into your wife.
I agree with whatever nonsense your mother just said.
Come on. This is not fair.
Who the hell told you life was fair, you moron?
REO Speedwagon, this is top 40. You don't know me at all. I'm into rap, the poetry of the streets.
I hear
There he
someone
is.
turned 16 and could use a new car. You'll get my old one.
Yes.
No! I didn't get a car when I turned 16.
We've decided Barry can't drive.
What?
So, Barry has a car and no license, and I have a license and no car.
Little run.
Who runs like that?
Swimming was just our cover. Pops really took me to the House of Waffles to teach me the finer things in life.
Where are we on Operation Waffle Girl?
I've never had that kind of conversation with my grandfather.
No.
Hold on, we can't do this. I'm not ready. Sup, girl? The check, please. My own personal Obi-Wan
How is she putting it away?
teaching me how to get freaky.
Who's
Oh, my
gonna
God.
go cannoli? Put down the garbage crawler. I'm gonna figure out a way to get you that license and my car. Come on.
Pops, you okay?
Oh, no.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
His mind wasn't what it
so you
used to
don't
be,
see-
but
yeah,
his
I
appetite
see
still
now.
was.
So who wants nuggets?
The Trans Am's in bad shape.
It wasn't my fault.
The next morning, Mom lowered the boom and took Pops' keys.
Looks like I
Circle
better get
driving.
on home and take this all in. Can I have the keys?
No!
You're out of my will.
You're out of my will! If you got no problem letting go, then I'm gonna take Barry for a driving lesson.
That'll go well. Good luck not flipping out.
I don't need luck.
They're both gonna flip out. I can
I'm
tell.
gonna teach him
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, that's right. Baby's driving.
Unreal. I raised a moron.
Just stop screaming,
Listen to
please.
me, okay?
I love how Alan just goes along with it.
You're
Like, yeah,
riding
get
the
backseat, kid.
brake. You gotta put your foot on the gas sometime.
Yeah, I'm with the mom on this one. Why
Yeah.
was he thinking he was gonna get a car if he doesn't know how to drive?
Yeah, you got to learn how to drive first.
Home? No. This is my one chance to get my license, and I'm getting it, all right?
You blew it. Stop the car. I'm taking the wheel.
No. You said it was my turn.
Oh, no.
Circle of driving.
Open up.
No.
Open up.
No.
Open
No.
up. The cop just said he's gonna tow the car.
Well, I would too.
God.
And then things went from bad to worse.
This is what happens when you're in charge, huh? Citywide traffic jam? Whose world is
Citywide
falling
traffic
apart
jam.
now?
Fight the power, Barry. You can drive. It's a God-given right.
This is your mess. You clean it up.
She left him in charge of Barry.
problem with that is you're never going to get behind the wheel of the car again after
No,
that.
never.
Seriously. Would you have to pay to get the car
He's
out of
literally being towed away.
Yeah.
See what's going on. Someone has a crush. So adorable. Not gonna happen. Baby,
No,
you're
no,
not
not Transformers. Yeah.
You don't even have pit hair.
I have 3.
I didn't.
Dad, how could you encourage this?
You can't stop.
Oh no! Oh no!
Yikes.
That's it. You can never go back to that restaurant.
If you take away my fun, you
Lock
take
down.
away my time with my grandson. Getting waffles with that little guy, it's the best part of my week. You'll make it right, Bev. I know you will.
Any dummy can learn to drive, even a dummy
true.
like you. I'm gonna talk to your mom and tell her
They
that
are
she's
the
gotta
same
let
person.
you get your
Like,
for
driver's
sure,
license.
yeah.
Truly.
Really?
Yes, I don't say it a lot, but you're not a total moron all the time.
It's really nice. Yeah. I guess we can't sing along for YouTube.
Yeah,
no.
we can't. Never mind. Sorry, YouTube.
Sorry, YouTube. I really want to because I love this song. The mom move of sniffing the old blankets.
Oh, yeah. My babies.
Yeah. Our little baby's all grown up. Right.
Please, YouTube. No, he's cut it up. All right.
That's really nice of him there. I was wondering why she didn't have a car. You take a kid out to the middle of nowhere to teach him how to
Parking
drive,
lots.
not in the town.
Start
Yeah,
a parking lot.
exactly.
Okay, I'm in.
Oh, check it out. That's the actual family. Oh, that's cool.
That's really cool. That's really sick. Oh, Happy Madison produced this? So Adam Sandler's involved.
Yeah,
That's really cool, actually.
that's a lot of fun. I hope we get more clips of his actual videotaping.
I
if he
do
really
too.
did that.
Because I always love it in movies when like they show like
The actual people. and
yeah,
stuff
yeah,
like-
behind the scene footage
right,
and stuff
right,
too.
yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
All right.
That was a great time.
My driving story. I grew up in a farm town, and my mom's boyfriend at the time was like, "Yeah, we'll take you out on some dirt roads." He had to drove a big stick shift, like an old truck, and I was like, "All right, sick, we're gonna do this." Well, we reached the end of the dirt road, and the highway is there, and he's like, "You got it, kid."
Oh my god.
So I'm driving a stick shift, mind you, my first time
On the highway.
on the highway.
Nope.
I'm like, "Oh my god!" I'm like, just bullets, just sweating bullets
For
the whole
sure.
time. I'm here. It worked
Yeah.
out.
My
Sometimes
first-
sicker, swim worse.
My first time driving was in a dirt road, and spoiler alert, I went around a corner too fast and we ended up in the ditch. But
Oh, man.
fortunately, it was just a dirt road. We just got ourselves right out.
This show reminds me of my mom though, because she was kind of high strung sometimes. I could not drive
Yeah.
in the car with her when I was learning. Could not.
No,
she could not
my
do
mother
it.
was the worst. She was not allowed.
Yeah.
My stepbrother and my dad were the people who were allowed in the car with me.
I made a turn at like 20 miles an hour, which I get it. You know what I mean? But like I'm learning.
That's what I did, and that's how I ended up in the ditch.
Yeah?
Yeah.
She acted like I was gonna flip the car. She's like, "Oh my god!" Like literally screaming, and like it was the worst case scenario. But
Yeah.
we made it. No, we didn't go in the ditch. Nobody flipped the car or anything.
Oof,
But still,
that's too bad.
I think I know, right? Yeah. I think it's one of those things where I don't know. Moms typically are the more stressed out ones. I feel
Sure.
like this show kind of encapsulates that really well.
Yeah, Beverly here is up to 11 though, as far
She
as
is.
when Pat Oswalt called her a smother when he introduced her.
Yeah.
That's perfect, right?
Yeah.
She was overbearing. I'm sure that's going to kind of be a running theme of the show.
Gotta be.
His mom is the controlling foil a little
Mhm.
bit, which I love. It looks like we're going to get George Siegel as at least a semi-recurring character, I would think.
I thought the implication was he was moving in. Maybe not, because he doesn't have.
I thought he was losing the license, but I don't know if he's like in a assisted living center or whatever. He's
what they're
80.
gonna do.
Or I mean, obviously, after a pilot, we have no idea what they're going to do with
Yeah.
it. But that was a lot of fun. It's a really solid cast for an ensemble comedy.
Oh yeah,
I'm not familiar with any of the three kids, but obviously all the adults.
Barry. I am. He was always like the. He's been in several comedies. He's always plays. He was a younger kid at the time,
Mhm.
and it's normally like R-rated raunchy comedies.
Okay.
He was the young kid that would always like curse in them.
I don't. I can't think of them. I'm sure you're right. I just can't think.
We're
of
gonna
them.
do another episode today. Before we do the other episode, I'm gonna look up the name and see what
Sure.
movies he's been in.
Yeah. This was a lot of fun. I'm in. I always kind of like nostalgia
Me too.
comedies
I love
too.
these. I love
Right.
these.
And you mentioned Air. I loved Air.
Air was awesome.
Air was fantastic, and it kind of started the same way. With a kind of a montage to kind of get you into the period. The costuming here is a lot of fun. I love the idea of when art, television, movies, whatever,
Yeah.
that was made before cell phones,
Mm.
because it creates so many more obstacles. Like cell
Yeah.
phones eliminated so many obstacles, right, to life. Like you have to work
Yeah.
around them in a horror movie, right?
No,
Like,
sure.
they're like, oh, we have to make sure that wherever this takes place, there are no bars, or whatever, or
Sure.
the phone's dead.
Well, we watched Mad Men and The Americans. Check it out, guys. A little plug.
And Maisel.
And Miss Maisel. And there's so many episodes on those shows where we're like, if only they had a cell phone.
Yeah, right. It's like if I could just get a hold of anybody
Yeah.
whenever I needed to,
If only
or
they
look
could
up
just call this
information.
person.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. It does create a lot more obstacles.
It does. It's better
setting in the period. It's a lot of fun.
Better tension.
Yeah, I mean, and very realistic tension, because
Yes.
again, you're not trying to contrive a way to scheme around the cell
Mhm.
phone thing. Like I said, how many bad horror movies is it like, oh, my car broke down and I have no reception, because you have to take the cell phone into account.
Also, I wonder if like kids today can watch shows like this and be like, "Oh, I can't imagine." I can imagine. When I was a kid, we didn't have cell phones.
Yeah,
I had a landline. When I
Yeah,
was a
so
kid,
did
you know
I.
what mean?
Yep, I did too.
And so I kind of, that's part of the nostalgia bit, because you think back, you're like, "Oh yeah, I remember when things used to be like this."
Yeah, I remember in high school having to go to a card catalog and
Yeah.
check out books from the library and
library
microfiche and
matters.
stuff. Yeah, to do a research paper in high school.
Yeah.
Like kids these days, I want to be that
They used
guy.
to teach you how to cite it back in the day, but now you can just plug it into the machine. And
Right.
get to
Yeah, this is a fun setup for a show. And it's kind of fun that it's kind of based on at least some version of reality.
Mhm.
This, as far as the family goes.
Nothing too fantastic. I mean, obviously driving the Trans Am through
Right.
a restaurant.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you can kind of get
Sure.
away with it with an
It's
awful lot of
exaggerated.
exaggeration
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure. But I look forward to catching these. These are a lot of fun.
Yeah, we're gonna hop into the next one here very soon, guys.
All right, see you in a second.